All right, cool. I just want to make sure it was working here. So hello, Facebook and YouTube and everybody else who's watching or watching later. I'm going to show you guys how to calculate your calories for weight loss and then also how to calculate your protein for the day for weight loss. And so I'm going to share my screen here with you. You should be able to see it. The first thing you need to do, there's tons of sites that do this, but you're going to go to bmrcalculator.org. So at bmrcalculator.org, it is going to show us how to calculate your calories. And so to do that, we're going to put in your age. Let's say you're 50. Let's say you're a girl. Let's say your current weight is 200 pounds. And let's say you're 5'4". We'll just hit calculate. So your base metabolic rate at being 50 years old, 200 pounds, 5'4", and being a girl is about 1,500 calories per day. So that calorie range is if you were sitting on the couch all day, not moving and just breathing. And so most people are a little bit more active than that. So all you have to do is scroll down here. So maybe there's low, you get little to no exercise. Maybe it's light. This is pretty much the average where I start most people working out 1 to 3 days per week. And so that same person, if they are working out 3 days per week, is burning about 2,000 calories. All of these are just a ballpark to get you started. Typically, they will need some adjustments as you go. So we're going to go 2,000 calories here for that person. And so obviously, I said we're going to do it for weight loss. So you typically can go up to a 20% deficit. So that means this person working out 3 days per week, 20% off of that 2,000 there is 1,600 calories. So that person would need to eat 1,600 calories per day to be in a deficit for weight loss. Obviously, if they wanted to maintain their weight, they would just eat the 2,000 calories per day, work out 3 days per week, and they would maintain that 200 pounds. So most people I work with, of course, they want to lose weight. And so that's why I'm kind of showing you guys how to do that deficit there. The next thing you got to figure out is how much protein do I want to eat or should I be eating? And so you can do it two ways. The simplest way I do it is go off your goal weight. So if you want to weigh, let's say this person wanted to get down to 160 pounds, they need to be eating at least 160 grams of protein per day. So I do it off 1 gram per pound of body weight of your desired goal weight. So their weight's 160 pounds or goal weight's 160 pounds, eat 160 grams of protein per day and you're good. The rest of your macros can come from fats and carbs. As long as you're hitting your protein, so as long as that person's hitting their 1,600 calories and their 160 grams of protein per day, the rest of their calories can come from fats and carbs. So if they wanted to have more carbs one day and then more fat the next day, totally okay. It will not change the results as long as those two numbers are on point. And so I hope this kind of answers some of your questions on that. I get a ton of people asking like, what are macros? How to calculate my macros? Why should I do macros? And so I kind of hope that answers it. The coolest thing with macros is, especially once you're at your goal weight, you can be a lot more flexible with this stuff. So let's say that person is down to their goal weight of the 160 pounds and they're just maintaining now. Well, now let's show you how to do it the other way. So now that person, let's say 50 years old, but now they're down at the 160 pounds here. Obviously their height probably didn't change while they were losing weight. Maybe they got taller. Now, if they sat on the couch all day because they are 40 pounds less, their base metabolic rate is 1,334. We're going to assume they're still working out 1 to 3 days per week. So now they can eat about 1,850 calories per day. So now that they're wanting to maintain their weight, 1,850 would be about their average. Like I said, all these can use slight adjustments. Like if you keep losing, obviously we'll increase the calories. If you're not losing, we can drop that deficit a little bit more. So now let's say, like I said, they're at their goal weight, they're eating 1,850 calories per day. So that gives them a few extra calories to play around with. If they wanted to go out and have a donut, they can still, as long as they hit their protein and don't go over that 1,850 calories, they will not gain weight. And so they could go out, have 2 donuts, and as long as their protein was on point for the day and they didn't go over this 1,850 calories, they won't gain weight that day. So that's like the really cool thing about macros is, especially once you're at your goal weight, you can be a little bit flexible and you won't gain weight. I kind of use the rule of 80-20. So as long as you're doing good, like perfect 80% of the time, 20% of your calories, you could cheat a little bit. So maybe it's whether it's like alcohol, or you want to have a burger, or you want to have some French fries or a donut or cookies, whatever it may be, ice cream. As long as you're not going over on your calories and you're hitting your protein for the day, you can get away with that stuff. And so that's why I would say the biggest benefit of macros and being able to do that. So I hope this helps you. If you're still confused and you have some questions, shoot me an email, message on here, wherever you're watching this at, and I'd love to help you answer. All right, take care.